Welcome back to From the Shed End podcast with your co-host Dharmesh. Chelsea have just lost to Brighton in the Premier League 3-0 away at the Amex. And yeah, pathetic performance from 1 to 11, including the manager. Just a pile of rubbish, really. Where do I begin with this? Well, starting 11 was as expected, to be honest with you. Jorgensen in goal, Gusto at right back. Doubts over Reece James's fitness, to be honest with you, so not surprised that Gusto started. Chalobah, Colwill, Cucurella speaks for itself, really. Caicedo, Fernandes, because that's really the midfield options we got. Then we went with Madueke, Palmer, Neto, and Nkunku up front. So I guess no real surprises in the starting 11. We're obviously missing Nicholas Jackson for injury, Mark Guéhi for injury, and yeah, Brighton just completely dominated us from minute 1 to 90, and that's probably the worst performance that I've seen us play this season. There's definitely been some ones up there, like Newcastle away was horrific in the cup. City away, you could say as well. I know obviously that was down to a mistake, but even during the game and stuff, we were still really poor. Ipswich away was woeful as well, but I think today's topped the lot. And it was a massive chance for us to stamp our authority in the top 4 race and maybe push for third. But by the end of this weekend's results, by the end of Sunday, we could end up, unfortunately, 7th or 8th in the league table. And yeah, no excuses for Maresca for this run. He's purely to blame for this run that we're in since start December, really. Keep going back to that Aston Villa home game where the last good performance we put in, really. Even against Tottenham, I didn't think we were that great. We just turned up and it's Tottenham, let's be honest, as well. And our form since then has been horrific. Down to the manager, down to the players. We didn't act in January, which is down to Winstanley and Stewart, which, for me anyway, they're the main cause and the root of the issue at the football club, as well as Clearlake and Nick Barley. Don't even know what else to say to us. So we just distraught, broken, really, that we've lost this game. And where do we go from here? I mean, let's look at our fixtures actually. We've got Aston Villa away in the league next, I believe. And then I think we've got a trip to Arsenal coming up soon as well in that run. Let's have a look at the So our next few games, we have got Aston Villa away, which is going to be tough. I don't expect us to win that at all. Then we've got Southampton at home, which I could somewhat be confident about because they're worse than us, to be honest with you, and they're not even a real Prem team. So I expect us to win that comfortably, to be honest with you. Leicester at home after that. Going to be a bit more tougher game, but we're home and we should win. Arsenal away. Going to be tough as always. Then we go into the international break, and then the run gets interesting where we have Tottenham at home, where normally we pick up 3 points against them, but you never know. Brentford away is going to be tough. Ipswich at home, they beat us early in the season, that's going to be tough. Then we've got Fulham away, that's going to be extremely difficult. They beat us at our ground start the season. Then we play Everton at home, which always is a difficult game. Then oh god, I may. How we get into Liverpool at home, Newcastle away, United at home, and Forest away, and I don't think it gets any more tricky than that in May, to be honest with you. And chuck in maybe a few Conference League games in there as well, where we'll have to go away a couple of times as well, depending on how we progress. And yeah, it's win or bust for win the Conference League or bust, to be honest with you, for the season. And just going. I genuinely couldn't tell you a player that played well today. Honestly, from 1 to 11, they were absolutely shocking. I mean, Cucurella, Caicedo, normally the spines of our team, Palmer as well. None of them could be asked. They couldn't be bothered to turn up today. I think the occasion got to them as well, going back to Brighton away as well. And yeah, they simply just didn't turn up. It wasn't good enough, really. Then we get to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper should have saved the first goal. I mean, what a touch by Matona by the way, as well. A great touch. Chalobah could have done better as well, but I don't know why Jorgensen was so off his line, to be honest with you. Um, and then we get to the second goal, where it's just an absolute comedy of errors. Um, from from trying to play out the back, losing the ball, losing the throw in as well. Chalobah just hoofing it straight to Ruta, then Sancho ducking out of a challenge, playing a 1-2 on our right side. But cross comes in, Cole, don't know what Cole was doing, to be honest with you. Tries to go for a ball when there was a defender then, the goalkeeper could have claimed it. Touches it, bounces straight off Jorgensen, then that Minta, whatever the fuck his name is, scores Cucurella. Cucurella tries to slide in. Yeah, then they make it 2-0. Then we go into half time. We're like, yeah, great. Then all the Roman Abramovich chants start again, which is understandable because this whole thing's gone to shit really since he's gone. And then we go out in the second half, and we might as well just not turned up, to be honest with you, because we did absolutely nothing. And if we're looking at some of the stats as well for the game, 69% possession, did nothing with the ball. Didn't have a single shot on target. 80 shots, none on target. Compared to Brighton, 13 shots, 5 on target. Absolutely bullied us from 1 to 90. And inexcusable from Maresca and inexcusable from the players. Where do we even go from here? I mean, we're so lucky that Newcastle play Man City tomorrow in the league. Otherwise that could have been both teams going up, closing the gap on us and going above us. And we're just fortunate that that both of them, or one of them, will drop points at least, and that will still keep us in the mix. But do I realistically think that we'll get fourth or top 4 this season with the way that we've gone about the January window? No. Not a chance. We're not making top 4 this season. I had these thoughts going into start of the window and towards the end of the window, where we started to drop more points. And what's that? 2 wins in 9 now. And if you want to stamp your authority and make your team a Champions League team again, you have to win on a consistent basis, and we're just not doing that right now. And the chasing pack could be cooking us, laughing at us for just being absolutely clowns, basically. And I guess Jamie Carragher summed it up really in commentary today by saying that Chelsea's always been a winning mentality club, a club that doesn't go through projects or phases. What was the need to change it? Well, there you go. That clearly was the reason that we're in this rut at the moment, and they've chosen the sporting directors to hire as well. Them 3 or 4 people are culpable for why we're in this mess right now. And I can understand why people want Maresca out. Like, at the start of the season, people weren't too keen on him. I was, to be fair. Didn't rate Pochettino one bit, to be honest with you. Even towards the end of the season, it just wasn't going to be sustainable enough the way we were playing last season. And then we get to the start of the season, like, okay, yeah, Maresca's going to show something to us here, which he did up until start of December. But now he's going through a similar run where he did with Leicester last season in the Championship for him, where we might just scrape top 4, just like he scraped the title last season. Yeah, I just don't know where we go from here. How we address the situation. That the planning in January from a win Stanley and Stewart's been absolutely woeful, and is why we're in this mess right now. And it wouldn't surprise me if we don't finish top 4, as I keep saying. If we get Conference League and top 4, will that be a good season? No, I'd say that's an okay season, an average season for us, really. And it's not what we used to. We're used to going for the big prizes, the Premier League, the Champions League, and God, we're so far off that right now. And going out in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup has made the season even worse for us. Yeah, it's difficult swallowing this loss, to be honest with you, because it's a big fat reality check, I think, for where we're at in the season, where we are at with the team. Are some of these players going to take us to where we want to be? I don't know. Have we terribly planned the squad, or have the sporting directors terribly planned the squad? Yes. How do we get out of this mess? Sack Winstanley and Stewart, get rid of them, and hire some proper football people who understand Chelsea Football Club. Please. If you're new around here, don't forget to like, sub to the channel as well. We just hit 500 as well. Big milestone for the channel as well. So yeah, there'll definitely be some more content coming on this channel. Especially for me, going to a few match days and stuff. I had the choice to go today as well. I had the choice. I got offered a ticket yesterday. I said no. Thank God I said no. Would have wasted a nice evening with my family. Well, obviously I watched the game, but didn't waste my time traveling 2 hours to Brighton and back. Yeah, oh whatever. Yeah, like I said, like and sub to the channel, please. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed my first reaction on the channel. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. As to what you think of this performance and where do we go from here. Big up.